And hello and welcome to the Kent Holste Podcast right here on YouTube. I just want to thank you for clicking this link and joining in the conversation, being a part of the community here. And if you're watching this on social media such as Facebook or clicking the link on LinkedIn or Instagram or X or whatever you're looking at, even Truth, we're on Truth. But anyways, thank you for being a part of this conversation today. I know it's a topic that is kind of important. Sometimes in life we hit roadblocks that are difficult to overcome, roadblocks that we may think are not possible to even get through. And sometimes we question these roadblocks that are so hard to understand why they're happening. And sometimes these roadblocks, we try to understand the situation, but we just need help knowing where to go. Roadblocks are hard because we have to find an alternate route. We have to find ways to get past these barriers. We have to find ways to cope with these barriers because they can be difficult. Because, sometimes in life we just don't have GPS. And for us older folks, we don't have a roadmap. Life is sometimes not easy. And we have to figure out ways to get better, to understand why this happened. Is it something that you're doing wrong with your life? Are you not taking things seriously? Are you trying to push blame on other people for the things that you say, the things that you do? Are you putting forth enough effort in your life? Because sometimes we tend to go halfway because that's what we're comfortable with. We feel like if we push further, we may have more difficulties. We fear things. We worry. We stress. I know myself, I struggle with stress. I don't handle things very easily when they're stressful. I get anxiety. And especially now that I have very high anxiety, it can make things very difficult. That roadblock is as clear as day, and I see it coming from a mile away. And it's gotten so bad that I'm starting to get panic attacks. So I'm trying to find ways to cope. I'm trying to find ways to adapt. When I know that I'm going to be heading into a stressful situation, number one, I pray. I ask God to take whatever's going on and take it from me. And then even if that doesn't work, taking that anxiety, I turn my focus to other things. Maybe I'll put my earbuds in and listen to some music, watch some YouTube videos to kind of distract my mind from going where it wants to go. And the biggest thing I'm going to add to is when we have these negative things in our minds, it's not that we can't figure it out right away that this is happening, but it's the devil working through us, trying to corrupt our mind, trying to get us to feel like we aren't good enough. The devil works in mysterious ways, and whether you believe in the devil or not, it's the real deal. The devil is going to try to ruin your life. Ruin your life by making you have these feelings of anxiety, worry, fear, anger, animosity towards other people, frustrations about work, frustrations about your life, your relationships, your marriages, even the struggles that you have with your addictions, whether it be that cup of coffee you got to have in the morning, that can of soda, or even having a cigarette, or, there's some people that struggle with far worse addictions. It's the devil trying to tell you that you got to have it. You need it. The devil distracts you from what you need to do with your life. And the biggest thing, he distracts you from the positive. With the devil, there's evil. There's nothing positive about that. So you have to make sure that you're not going in the path, that road to the devil. In life, you got to focus on God. You got to believe that God is on your side, because you know what the funny thing is? When you focus on Jesus Christ as your Lord and Savior, he will take you places that you won't believe. And I know that for a fact because I've seen it happen. With Jesus Christ, there's no roadblocks if you believe. I mean, there's going to be roadblocks technically, but they're not going to be as heavy. They're not going to be as extreme because you're looking at things in a different way. Yes, this is happening, but I'm going to find the reason why this is happening and find the positive. Yes, I had a bad day today, and yes, I failed at something at work. And yes, when I got home, my spouse was yelling at me and screaming at me. My girlfriend was complaining that I didn't text or call enough, or my kids are telling me that I haven't spent enough time and I didn't go to the park as I promised with them, or we didn't go to the theme park like I promised, or I didn't call them as much as they expect. These are all things that present roadblocks because you're left in a spot where you need to figure out how to make things right. The biggest thing with roadblocks is our struggles with addiction. We struggle because we don't know how to handle it. And once we get these things that we become addicted to, it becomes a part of us. But is it really? Is it really something that's a part of us when we have the ability to control what happens? And yes, addiction is hard. Addiction is difficult to overcome. And yes, you do need help when it comes to addiction. Because if you don't have help, how are you going to get better? The biggest struggle with all this is asking for help. These roadblocks that we have, sometimes we can't do it by ourselves. The biggest thing I hate about life is people who think that it's okay to be extremely independent. In life, you can't be independent. You have to rely on people. Because without people in your life giving you advice, whether it be good or bad, right or wrong, having that mindset to take in everything that's being said and figuring out a way to use what these people are giving as advice to make your life better. People who go to church probably don't always take in and take the advice. They go there, they listen, but are they really taking it in? Do they go home and for the rest of that week utilize the tools that were taught? Or does it go to the back burner? Or do they leave it at their front door and not take it in with them? That's the same question, whether you're a Christian or not. Are you taking in the tools of advice with you to make you better, make you stronger? Because if you're not going to succeed in the things that you want to do in your life to become better, to become healthy. My personal addictions was drinking soda, was drinking stuff that wasn't healthy for my body, eating foods that were addictive, eating things that just weren't right for my body. And for the last 2 to 3 months, I've been on this journey of trying to become more healthy and losing weight and getting rid of the things that are addictive, that give me roadblocks, because, man, there are so many things that I would love to eat, but I just can't anymore. And it's a big roadblock because now I have to figure out new ways to eat. I'm on this Mediterranean diet. I'm eating more fruits and vegetables, eating fish and chicken, and it's been amazing. I've cut out all the nasty stuff. I've stopped eating a lot of breads. I've stopped eating just things that are just not good for my body. And trust me, it's been hard. Driving down the road and you see, Dunkin' Donuts, or you go down the street and you see Shipley's, the donut shop, or you go to down the road and you see, Burger King or McDonald's or Whataburger or In-N-Out Burger or whatever. And it's like, man, I would love a cheeseburger. Oh, man, I would love fries. Oh, man, I would love to have, a large drink. But then I realized it's not going to be good for me. And the realization is if I continue to eat and live that way, the biggest roadblock of all is going to be my life coming to an end. And the worst feeling about that is knowing if I continue to do these things to my body, the roadblock is I won't be able to see my kids get married. I won't get to experience having grandchildren. I won't have the ability to just have that life that I've dreamed of. Seeing my kids be amazing adults. And even at that, there's some roadblocks and all that stuff that I have to get by, and that's fine. I'll figure out a way to cope. It's been 6+ years since I've seen 3 of my kids. And it's been hard not being able to see or talk to them. But, in the future, things may change. I don't know. But the fact is whatever God's plan is for that, if things change, I'm ready. But until that time comes, I have to make the best life for myself. I have to do things that will make me grow, that will make me stronger as a person. And I can't give up faith. We cannot give up faith when we have these roadblocks. Faith is the biggest thing that we need to have in our life to be at peace, to feel that sense that, yes, that was a massive roadblock, but I overcame it. I succeeded. And I did everything humanly possible to make my life the way that I know God would look at and say, "Great job, my son." Or for you, "Great job, my daughter." Our Lord is a forgiving and loving God, no matter how much you've made mistakes, no matter how big of the roadblocks that you've come to. He'll forgive you. He'll help you. He'll guide you. He'll help you walk in ways that you never thought were possible. I mean, in my life, I never thought I would have the job that I have. I never thought that I would be living in a place where the people are wonderful. I love Texas. This is like the best state in our country. Besides Montana. I love Montana. But even since I've been here, there's been roadblocks. I had a job that just didn't work out with me. Selling cars was not my deal. And then I went to another place and worked there for a while. Left and came back. You know? Now I'm working at this job where I'm at, and I love it. I love the people. I love my coworkers. I love the management. I love the owner. Because there's so many great things and positivity and encouragement and care. And I've never been at a job like that. And it's refreshing. It's amazing. And I enjoy the conversations that I have with customers. I love customer service. It's something that I've done for years. And even at that, there's roadblocks in my job. Lots of them. There's a lot of obstacles and maneuvers and all this stuff. But lately I've had to become better. I've had to adapt. I've had to deal with the changes within the company, and they've been amazingly positive. But, you know, there was a moment where I felt weak. There was a moment where I didn't think I was good enough at it anymore. I hit a roadblock. I lost faith within myself. So what did I do? I talked about it. And I overcame the obstacle. I overcame the roadblock. I had to get my mind at a different place. Because if I didn't, it would have been self-sabotage. It was like I almost hit that self-destruct button. And I'm glad I did not do it. Because this is the thing. You let that self-destruct button get to you and you hit it, that's the end. We don't want that. And if you're at that position where these roadblocks in your life are too difficult, they're too hard, they're destroying your mind, they're destroying the way you live your life, this is the time to get help. Go to a hospital. Go to a therapist. Go to a support group. Go to a Bible study. Go to church. And if that church doesn't fit you, go to another one. That's the most amazing thing about Christianity. There's so many different options. Maybe you're not a Lutheran type of person. Maybe you want to go to a Baptist or big church like that where it's like Lutherans, where it's not a synod or whatever. Maybe it's going to a non-denominational. There we go. It just slipped my mind. Non-denominational church. Who knows? It's up to you. But I guarantee you, the moment that you accept Christ in your life as your Lord and Savior, it will change you. The moment that you step into the waters and you get baptized and you feel the old get washed away and the new come into this world again. There's so many people I have heard get baptized and they feel it. And it's powerful. Then you'll see that new start, that new beginning. And the next time when you have these roadblocks come into your life, you'll know exactly what to do. You'll have support. You'll have your friends. You'll have people that you can rely on to build you up, to make you feel good about yourself, where you're at, where you're going. You cannot do this alone. You cannot live life alone. You need people. You need that interaction. You need that positivity. Because then those roadblocks won't seem so big. They won't seem so hard. The most important thing that you can take from this conversation today is be positive. Have faith. And know that no matter where your struggles are in your life, God is with you. I hope you know that. And if you don't believe in God, that's up to you. But I hope you give it a chance. And if you already have given it a chance, give it one more chance. You might be surprised. So, what are you going to do with your roadblocks? What roadblocks are you currently having in your life? What have you done to overcome them? And if they happen again, what are you going to do to make sure that you can handle it, that you can overcome it? If you see other people that are struggling with roadblocks, what are you going to do to help them? What advice are you going to give to them? Answer these questions in the comment spot. Let's see what we can do to help other people that may be listening to this, that may be watching this right now, and see what they have to say for advice. Because maybe there's something that's someone may add to this that maybe you didn't really think about. Maybe there's something that you'll take from this and go, okay, I'm going to do this better. I'm going to do that better. the major thing is you have to think and be positive. You have to do what you can, not what you can't. And you have to understand that I believe in you. Don't you think you should too? Those are the three biggest things to think about, to take on, and to live by. I hope you enjoyed this conversation today. I hope that you will join in the conversation in the comment spot. Make sure that what you say is a positive feedback about this topic. This isn't a time to bash or be rude. I don't want to delete comments or block people. I mean, that's just not right. This is not what this is about. This is about being a community, a family. This is about helping people that don't believe in themselves, that don't have faith in themselves, that struggle with these things. We have to do this together. So let's do that today. So if you like this topic today, I hope that you would like, share, and like I just said, comment and subscribe to the Kent Holste Podcast. And also ring that bell for future podcasts as well. It's hard to believe we are on season 8 of the Kent Holste Podcast. It's been truly, truly a great journey with you guys. And I love talking with you guys. So I hope you do too. And till the next time we talk, I hope you have a fantastic rest of your day, your night, whenever you're listening to this. I appreciate you and I love you guys. We're not just family, we are a community. And till the next time we talk, be safe, be kind to one another. And if you see someone who served our country, whether it be police, military, fire, or even the hardworking people in our medical facilities, tell them how much you appreciate them. You never know how much they might appreciate that one random act of kindness. So do it today. Thank you for listening, and God bless.